That running. Hello YouTube. So this is Monday's 5x5. We're trying something a little bit different here. Firstly, excuse me if the focus pops in and out all the time. It's because I've got this on the selfie shot, right? And this has no way that I can see to disable autofocus on, autofocus. As you know, I'm only an amateur filmmaker, but as an amateur filmmaker, I have strong feelings about autofocus, right? I mean, I cannot tell you how evil I think autofocus is. I think it's one of the most heinous and horrible things ever devised. But, you know, constantly shifting autofocus. You know, autofocus at the click, which can make you click in and focus on something, is one thing, but anyway. So if this is wobbly and shaky, we're doing something a bit differently here because I'm trying to hold on to this and I don't want the focus to be constantly shifting. It probably will anyway, but the reason I don't want that to be happening is it just drives me nuts. So I'm not holding this thing at arm's length. So I've got here like a really uber cheap selfie stick thing that I got ages and ages ago. So the sound on this is probably going to be awful. The whole thing's just probably going to be diabolical. But we've talked a lot, or I've talked to you occasionally, not a lot, let's reshift that, about us moving house. That's one of the major things that needs to happen really pretty much before anything else happens. We need to move house. And we've got to get out of this tiny apartment. And the reason for that, you know what, I'm going to take you off this ridiculous selfie stick. It's just stupid. It's not working. Things are not going to... Okay, so let's get rid of that. You can see up my nose and all my double chins. So, yeah, one of the reasons we need to move house, you can see my voice is almost back to normal now, is because, of course, I was living with Amki in Sweden, right? I was a tour guide over there. And, you know, we came back to England and we had the money that we had saved. And at the time, we were moving to England to start new jobs, you know, and I was hoping to set up as a voiceover artist here. And that was 3.5 years ago. And we moved what should have been temporarily into a tiny apartment, which we could easily afford for quite a while on the money that we'd saved from working in Sweden. Unfortunately, that apartment is really tiny, as I'm now about to show you. So we have to move, and like quickly. So I'm going to go through here. So let's start at one end of the house, right? This is the bedroom, right? This is where we sleep. But it's also where Aya sleeps. Same room, right? There's all sorts of junk everywhere you look in here. There's stuff piled on top of cupboards and things. We've got blackout curtains, right? That are like, it comes streaming in through here, the sunshine. You can also see, look, see we're on the top floor. So we're on the second floor of this little tiny apartment. Well, it is only an apartment, it's above garages, which are downstairs, right? So we've got these blackout blinds, but they don't work. When the sun comes up, it comes piling straight down there in the morning. And so in order to keep it dark in here from like 3 o'clock in the morning onwards, because quite often, as many of you will know, I don't even go to bed before 3:30, 4. And I'm usually still awake at 5:30 quite often. So I made this thing here to put up in the window, and it helps. You know, it helps keep this sort of light down. But this is the bedroom, right? And then we go through here. Right, bathroom. Okay. Little bathroom. And then, backing up here. Whoop. This in my office, that's pretty much all you've seen so far. So that's, look, laundry hanging over doors and stuff, because we've got no room in this apartment. And my office is just an absolute state. I mean, look at the state of that. It's ridiculous. And of course the audio booth, which you've all seen in before. And then, look, that's it, there's only one other room left in this house. And it's in here, look. Where Amki is making, and there's, hiya. Say hello. No. No hello from Aya. But that's it. You can see that we've got no room. We're just like basically out of space. So I've been all over Rightmove looking for houses, and we've been to look at 1 or 2 places. But the problem is, right, and maybe I'll discuss this in detail later on, but the problem is fees. You know, so many of these estate agents now, to be continued.